Celebrities before and after using drugs, celebrities' stories of addiction and recovery frequently make for compelling narratives that connect with a wide audience. These well-known people have overcome serious drug addiction in the past, but their perseverance and resolve have allowed them to change their lives. In this video, we will delve into the experiences of notable celebrities, examining their battles with drugs and the inspiring paths they have taken toward recovery and personal growth. Number 7. Robert Downey Jr. The story of Robert Downey Jr.'s journey through addiction is one of struggle, fall, and redemption. Downey was introduced to drugs at a young age. His father gave him his first taste of marijuana when he was just 6 years old. Downey was born in 1965 to an actor father and a model mother. His drug use intensified as he grew older in the entertainment business, and by his 20s, he had developed a full-blown heroin and cocaine addiction. Due to his unpredictable behavior, which was fueled by his addiction, his career went through a great deal of upheaval. He was fired from important film projects and arrested several times, most notably in 1996 when he was discovered drunkenly wandering through a neighbor's house. By 2001, Downey had reached his lowest point following a string of legal issues and an almost fatal overdose that landed him in jail. This is when he came to the realization that he needed to make changes in his life. He committed to sobriety and entered rehabilitation, following a strict program that included support groups and therapy. His perseverance paid off when he triumphantly returned to Hollywood and launched a new chapter in his career playing Tony Stark in Iron Man. Since then, Downey has not only maintained his position as one of Hollywood's top actors, but has also developed into a supporter of addiction treatment, using his platform to inspire others going through comparable difficulties by sharing his own story. Number 6. Drew Barrymore. The narrative of Drew Barrymore's life is one of perseverance in the face of hardship, especially when it comes to her struggles with drug misuse. She was thrown into the spotlight at a young age, appearing in E.T. the Extraterrestrial at the age of 7, and was born into the well-known Barrymore acting dynasty. But the demands of celebrity had a negative impact on her mental state. By the time she was 12, she was abusing cocaine, and she soon found herself in treatment. Her adolescent years were turbulent as she battled addiction and attempted to balance her personal and professional lives. Barrymore's hardships were made public. At the age of 19, she made her well-known appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, where she talked candidly about her experiences in rehab and recovery. Barrymore made multiple attempts at recovery during her adolescence before finally achieving sobriety at the age of 14, a crucial turning point that enabled her to take back control of her life and career. She went from being a problematic child star to becoming a successful actress and producer. She started her own production company and acted in many popular movies, including Charlie's Angels and 50 First Dates. In an effort to dispel the stigma associated with addiction and encourage people to get treatment, Barrymore candidly talks about her personal struggles on her talk show these days. Number 5. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis's battle with addiction is characterized by both triumphs in her career and personal life. Curtis looked to have it all on the outside, thanks to her memorable roles in comedies like Trading Places and horror films like Halloween. But behind closed doors, after surgery for a minor medical condition at age 35, she battled prescription painkiller addiction. The addiction soon got out of hand, and she started to isolate herself more and more as it had an impact on her relationships and mental health. Curtis has talked about how this time in her life has left her caught in a cycle of denial and shame. She had many near misses while fighting her demons for years before taking the brave choice to check herself into a rehab facility in 1999. This was a turning point in Curtis's life. She accepted sobriety as a means of self-acceptance and personal development, as well as a way out of addiction. Since going sober more than 20 years ago, Curtis has developed into a vocal supporter of mental health awareness and recovery. In interviews, she frequently shares her story and emphasizes the value of being honest about one's struggles while empowering others to ask for help without feeling ashamed or afraid. Number 4. Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan's very public battles with addiction, which started when she was a teenager, frequently cast a shadow over her ascent to fame. As Lohan entered adulthood and gained widespread recognition for her roles in family-friendly movies like The Parent Trap and Mean Girls, she was under constant pressure from the media and Hollywood. The pressures put her on a bad path. By the time she was 18, she had serious drug and alcohol problems that led to several arrests for DUIs beginning in 2007. Lohan had multiple rehab stints, but the overwhelming pressure of public expectations and scrutiny often caused her to relapse soon after leaving treatment facilities. Each incident brought intense media scrutiny, which further complicated her recovery journey. But Lohan has come a long way toward healing in recent years by emphasizing self-improvement over outside approval. In addition to pursuing business endeavors like fashion lines and reality television projects that highlight her journey toward healing, she has taken on new acting roles that reflect her maturity. Through her open and honest social media reflections about her past struggles and current sobriety efforts, Lohan hopes to encourage those who might be going through similar struggles. Number 3. Angelina Jolie. Early drug use by Angelina Jolie reveals a complicated story influenced by celebrity, family dynamics, and personal hardships. Being the young star daughter of actors Jon Voight and Marshaline Bertrand, Jolie battled feelings of inadequacy from her turbulent upbringing, which included parental separation. Later, she turned to substance abuse as a way to cope with challenging times in her personal life as well as her professional trajectory. Even though Jolie was a very successful actress and won an Academy Award for Girl Interrupted, she struggled with feelings of emptiness that drove her to take drugs at different times in her life. It was reported that during this time she experimented with heroin among other substances. However, around the mid-2000s, Jolie deliberately chose to give up drug use completely after realizing the detrimental effects that drugs had on not only herself but also people around her, including relationships with family members. Jolie has redirected much of her energy toward humanitarian efforts, advocating for refugees globally through roles such as UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador, while emphasizing family values as she raises 6 children, 3 of whom are adopted. She has overcome this chapter of her life through self-reflection combined with therapy support systems created specifically for individuals recovering from substance abuse issues. Number 2. Fergie. Fergie Stacey. Early in the new millennium, during the Black Eyed Peas' most prosperous period of success, Ann Ferguson battled a serious methamphetamine addiction. Fergie later admitted feeling lost amidst all this success while battling substance abuse issues behind closed doors, which ultimately led her to seek help through rehabilitation programs designed specifically for individuals grappling with addiction-related challenges during this time frame. In spite of her success as part of this popular group known for chart-topping hits like "Where Is the Love?", her personal life was falling apart because of the damaging psychological effects of her drug use, which affected her mental stability and her professional relationships in the music industry. Later, Fergie acknowledged feeling lost in the midst of all this success while battling substance abuse issues behind closed doors, which ultimately led her to seek help through rehabilitation programs designed specifically for people facing addiction-related challenges during this time frame. At this point, everything seemed chaotic on the outside, but on the inside, it felt overwhelming too often, leading to despair rather than hopefulness about the possibilities ahead if she could just find strength within herself again. Fergie made the decision to seek treatment and fully commit to sobriety after realizing she was headed down a destructive path. A choice that gave room for reconstruction in her roles as a mother and a solo artist. Since then, Fergie has effectively completed treatment and gone on to release a number of solo albums. She has also embraced motherhood as a central aspect of her life, a role she loves dearly, and she has continued to advocate for mental health issues, particularly those related to addiction. Number 1. Nicole Richie. Nicole Richie's battle with substance abuse started when she was a child and co-starred on The Simple Life with Paris Hilton. While having celebrity status at first had many benefits, she soon discovered that she was internally struggling with drug addiction, which ultimately led to legal issues. This was primarily because public possession charges drew attention away from what could have been celebrated successes, and instead focused solely on the negative aspects surrounding lifestyle decisions made during this time, when everything felt chaotic on the outside but felt overwhelming on the inside, too often leading to despair rather than hopefulness about the possibilities ahead if she could only find strength within herself again. Richie got to seriously reflect on her lifestyle choices during those years, which ultimately led her to seek treatment through rehabilitation programs designed specifically for people facing addiction-related challenges. At this time, everything seemed chaotic on the outside, but internally, it felt overwhelming, often leading to despair rather than hopefulness about the possibilities ahead if she could only find strength within herself again. This was after a number of incidents, including arrests, that brought attention to struggles faced personally regarding weight fluctuations exacerbated by substance use. Following his sobriety around 2007, a turning point that gave him back control over his life, Richie adopted a healthier lifestyle that prioritized his family while pursuing a variety of creative endeavors in fashion design and television production. He showed resilience in the face of adversity by drawing on lessons learned from the past to spur on his future growth. These in-depth accounts show not only the celebrities' battles with addiction, but also their perseverance in overcoming these obstacles and turning their lives into motivational stories that give hope to those who are currently fighting comparable struggles with substance abuse. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.